Very good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today Tuesday 16th of February 2016. Paper highlights read by Edward Udayadas, Devasagayam Pillai. Today we have three leading newspapers of Sri Lanka for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today. Firstly, let's take Daily Mirror. Navy rugby players wearing Y007 wristbands suspended. Sri Lanka Navy yesterday suspended 4 of its rugby players for wearing wristbands with the sign Y007, showing solidarity with former Navy SC Captain Yositha Rajapaksa, who was remanded on fraud charges. Navy spokesman Akram Alawi said the former players were suspended pending further investigations. Powers Parliamentary Oversight Committees to summon CMS provincial ministers. Parliamentary oversight committees, which are to be set up soon, will have the power to summon chief ministers and the provincial ministers whenever necessary, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday. The Prime Minister said giving wide powers to the oversight committees, including the power to summon chief ministers and provincial ministers, would help ensure that public funds are used effectively at all levels of governance. Tajuddin killing, CCTV footage still in court custody. Although 1 month has elapsed since Colombo Additional Magistrate Nishant Piris ordered the CID to send the DVDs and a CD of the CCTV footage of the vehicle in which rugby player Wasim Tajuddin travelled to a forensic laboratory abroad for examination, they are still in court custody. The magistrate had directed the Criminal Investigation Department to send those DVDs and CD abroad for in-depth studies on January 7 this year. However, the CID is yet to obtain those articles relating to the case from the custody of the court. President arrives in Germany on 4-day visit. Sri Lankan President Maithripala Sirisena arrived in Germany last afternoon on an invitation extended by German Chancellor Angela Merkel for a 4-day state visit. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. Yositha seeks bail in High Court. 5 individuals, including Yositha Rajapaksa, arrested and remanded for alleged money laundering at Carlton Sports Network, sought bail from the Colombo High Court yesterday through bail revision applications. The bail revision applications will be taken up for support on February 17. Food poisoning hospitalizes 20 students. About 20 students of Balaboa Primary School were admitted to the Vinuwangoda Base Hospital yesterday morning following food poisoning, the police media unit stated. According to the police, the students had fallen sick after taking breakfast provided by school. They have eaten rice with sprats, tomatoes and gotu kola, investigations revealed. The students were rushed to hospital when a rash broke out among them after consuming a meal provided by school, the police media unit stated. The police are investigating. Google Project Loon balloon enters Sri Lanka for internet tests. Google's balloon-powered high-speed internet service known as Project Loon began its first tests in Sri Lanka on Monday, ahead of a planned joint venture with Colombo, the country's top IT official said. One of 3 balloons that will be used in the trials entered Sri Lankan airspace on Monday, Information and Communication Technology Agency Chief Mukundan Kanage said. Finally, let's move to Ceylon Today. No special security for Yositha. Security of the Colombo remand prison cell in which the former President Mahinda Rajapaksa's son Yositha Rajapaksa is detained has not been increased, said the Department of Prisons. GMOA alleged government is browbeating to silence them. Government Medical Officers Association GMOA yesterday threatened to engage in a country-wide strike if the government continued to summon its officials to the CID to be questioned over minor incidents. GMOA Secretary Dr. Nalinda Herath told the media that he was questioned for over an hour by the CID over a printing mistake. He alleges that the government is attempting to threaten and silence GMOA by taking such action in response to the strong opposition created by the GMOA and other associations against the proposed ETCA to be signed with India. He further added, the GMOA will continue to raise its voice regarding matters of national importance. Hearing against FCID date fixed. Court of Appeal yesterday fixed the hearing of writ application filed against Financial Crime Investigation Division FCID to 15 March. Now let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan News Paper Highlights.